Brooke Baldwin's standing by now to bring us up to date on what is trending. And this is about pictures.
This whole story, it is all about the picture.
Well, you know why? Because picture yourself living in a neighborhood where all of a sudden you're sleeping and something like this happens. I mean, it's Armageddon.
It's Armageddon. It's apocalyptic. You know, you hear all the different adjectives to describe San Bruno, California. And oftentimes we rely on you, and you send us these iReports, these amazing pictures. You're on the scene moments after something happens, like this natural gas line explosion, right? And so it's particularly serendipitous if we have a professional photographer driving through. I have him on the line. I'm going to get to him in just a minute. Little teaser. First, though, take a look at some of these pictures. First, iReport. This one is from Jason Del Rosario, and you see just this massive orange burst of flames, emanating into what was once a blue sky. Took that for us early this morning. One more video I want to get to is from really in the middle of the chaos from one of the main thoroughfares. This was a gentleman named Sergio, who I talked to on the phone. He said he was driving to school in the morning. Imagine this is the scene you come across. He pulled over, hopped out. He said he felt the ground shake. So these are just some of the pictures that we're getting from you, our iReporters, but we're also getting some professional grade photographs from Frank Cuardi, who is from, where is he from? He's from Pacifico, California. Just so happened to be driving through, I think it's Claremont, is one of the main thoroughfares where he saw this whole thing happen right around 7 o'clock last night. Now, Frank, I know you're on the phone with me. Briefly bring me there to the scene. Tell me what it looked like, what it sounded like, and what was the most poignant image to you as we start looking at some of your photographs.
Just coming over the hill when I was on my way home, I could see the glow. So I knew the glow was immense. When I got in there, I kind of knew my way around, so I kind of went into a couple back roads, and when I got down on the scene, it was unreal. It was almost like apocalyptic. It was just lots of houses just flattened.
And I think one of the pictures, as we scroll through, one of the pictures that really stood out to me is you see all these houses, a lot of them are gone. And there's this one picture where there's nothing but the for sale sign. Nothing but the for sale sign. I mean, imagine.
Yeah, that whole row of houses, I mean, just nothing but the brick chimneys standing left on both sides of the street. And yeah, that one for sale sign was barely touched.
How far away was he?
You were in the middle of it, weren't you?
I was pretty close, not in the middle. I didn't want to be in the middle of that, but I got there after the...
Fairly close.
All was contained.
And Frank, this is a silly question, but what did it smell like being there? The burning.
I mean, if you could, smell it like a bonfire at the beach or, camping, just like a gigantic bonfire. There's so much wood and timber. That's a woodsy area, and not to mention the timbers and some of those older houses, just disintegrated. And plus the melting tires and the gasoline cars, chemicals in the houses. There's a crazy...
Charred stop signs. That's a picture we're looking at now.
I'm wondering, Frank, did you know at the time what this may be? Or did you just start shooting pictures and saying, well, I'm just going to record this? In your head, did you start saying, I wonder what this is? I wonder what's going on? And did you ever think that this is going to lead to fatalities?
Fortunately, I have a lot of friends that are firefighters. We all work in a rescue circle, and they called me and told me, one of my friends called me exactly what happened. And he said it happened so fast that some of those people, there's just no way they could possibly get out. There's a lot of older residents in that area as well. So
people so they were saying people who likely died in their sleep or in beds or wherever they were in their house at that time.
You can get out fast enough. The thing happened so quickly. There's a photo in there. You could see the size of the crater that the pipe itself left. I mean, the initial explosion must have been amazing.
Massive. And I know you were there from 7 at night until 4 this morning, and it was just fortuitous that you were professional and snapped those pictures and had the foresight to send them in to us. And Frank, we thank you for doing that. I'm glad you're safe. Can you imagine just coming upon that scene? I mean, I know a lot of people thought it was a plane. It's near SFO.
Can you imagine
Lo and behold.
Can you imagine being in that neighborhood with something? I was just thinking to myself as I was asking him the question about people there. Sometimes you're fortuitous because of timing. If something happens at a certain time of the day, you're more apt to be able to recover it. Because this happened at dinner time when people were a little more active, they probably were able to react. Now imagine if this had been 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that.
Sluggish, slow recovery,
it would have been
slow
much
response.
worse. You're in the middle of a dead sleep
That's
when
an
suddenly there's an
interesting
explosion. I mean...
What do you do? What do you do any time of day?
Yeah. Just to be able to even realize what's going on before you hit the door, that would have been tough. Wow.
Pictures are unreal.
Good stuff. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you taking us through that. Brooke Baldwin.